You're right guys, it's CapgunTom here, and today I am back for another episode of Trading to a Million. We are on episode number 5. At the end of the last episode you may remember that we had about 74,000 coins. We have gone away and spent all of those coins on players, all the way down to 7,000 coins, most of them being silvers, a couple of golds thrown in for good luck. So in a second we will be going on to the trade pile to have a look at what I've bought. I did actually make a couple of mistakes in this episode, costing me around about 20k, which isn't very good. So I have sped it all up because you don't need to see all of these players. There are a couple, as you can see, going up. I tried to price fix Gambarini in a 41212. It failed basically. I bought them for around the 1200 coin mark, quite a few for a little bit less as well. I did that because I thought that I'd be able to sell him on for a bit more, as there weren't all that many on the market the night I bought him, and basically they just didn't end up selling. So the 4-1-2-1-2 formation failed me. He is like the second or third best centre back in the Serie A, so I thought that it would work. Now the biggest mistake I made in this episode was the Townsends. You may have seen that I just listed two of them up for 6,000 coins each. I bought them 3 days previously to listing them up, and I remembered that I had checked their prices and they were going for about 6,000 coins each, so I was happy to list them up. I should have really gone and checked their price. I will show you how to check their price at the end so that you don't make the same mistake I did, because those two, as you saw, got automatically bought straight away by an auto buyer, as someone was price fixing Townsend up to the 15k mark, which when you add up is a lot of profit lost, as I bought them both for 6k. 15k would have been an extra 9k profit on top, times 2, that's 18k. So a load of profit dropped there, unfortunately. And not only was I done there, I actually got swindled a bit more, because I went and bought another Townsend thinking that I would be able to sell him on for 15k for 11k. Capped him a day and then listed him up the next day, and realised that the price lock had failed and he had dropped back down to 5,000 coins. So not only did I get trolled once, not twice, but I got trolled 3 times trading with Townsend, so I will be never trading with him again. You can see here me in a rage going and tracking the price of Townsend on the market, and you can see quite happily that he is going for around the what is it, the 12k mark or something. Unfortunately not in this formation, but in the other formations he was going for around 6k. Right, so as you can see we've now advanced time. We are sitting on 100,431 coins, so it's great to be breaking that 100,000 mark, although we should have made a lot more after those couple of big mistakes that I made in that trading with that Townsend. It has cost me a lot of coins. We should have probably been sitting on more like 115,000, which would have been a good return on our 75,000 coin investment. So let's just jump in the trade pile, have a look at what we sold. My price fix on Gambarini sort of failed quite badly. I didn't lose any coins. I think I may have even made or broke even on the amount of coins I ended up spending, but we'll go through and have a look anyway. So Rami ended up going for 1,900, Guarin went for 1,500. All of these Gambarinis went from between 1,500 to about 1,200, so I bought them all. I think the max I bought them for was about 1,200, so you know, I didn't end up losing all that many coins, probably did just about break even. There are a couple that I've cleared out as well. This Proto ended up going for 7,500, which is a great amount of profit for him. These are some of the big profit makers in this episode. Colback we got for 1,000, he went for 1,900. This Casamol, I believe it was the 442 version, it might have been, he went for 6,900. The 4331 went for 8,000, which is amazing, because I think we bought him for about 3k, 3 or 4k, so a lot of profit there. Kebe went for 4,200, the other one went for 5,500. Canu ended up going for 7k after spying him for 6. Isn't brilliant because we lose 350 on tax, so a couple hundred coins on him. Almaback went for 7,000, the other one only went for 4,500. Obviously I got screwed over a little bit with those jumbo player packs that were silver that were released, because they really dented the silver market just as I was trying to sell all my cards on. So we also got Schminger for 3,700, we sold him on for that. 2,000 there for Apare, another 2,000 for this Apare, and there's a few more. 4,000 for that Schminger. Apare there going for 1,100, and you'll see the difference in price here between these Reynaldos. I mean, here's one that went for 1,800, and then after the drop he went for 1,200, and then even less when he went for 800 in the end. So a good amount of profit. Now, what I thought would be a good idea is if we went off and after all of my sort of derps, we went and actually relearned how to list players to make sure we're getting exactly the, setting them up for exactly the right price. So let's just use, for example, David Luiz. Now, I would say that you can just generally put up any David Luiz in any formation for a certain amount for the lowest buy. Now, the only ones that you really want to keep and hang on to list up for a bit more are 442, 433, and 41212. So you don't really need to worry about the other ones. So if we quickly find David Luiz, we will now find out exactly what his lowest buy now is. I think it will probably be about 1400 coins, although it may be a little less. Yeah, actually, it's going to be a lot less by the looks of it. We may be able to get him for around the 1,000 coin mark. Nope, maybe not. So we'll get him for about 1,200 maybe. Yeah, okay, so the very lowest price David Luiz on the market is 1,200. We know that if we put our David Luiz's up now for 1,200, he will definitely sell for that much. Now, we need to check, for example, if we had a 412, 121, we will need to check what price we need to stick him up for, as he will be going for a lot more. We'll see if he goes for 3,000. See, there's none for 3,000. Is there any for 4,000? We don't see any for 4,000, maybe 5,000. Still no for 5,000. My goodness, 6,000. There you go. We start finding them at around 6,000. It might be around the 5,500 mark. There we go. This is the sort of range at what we would want to put a 41212 David Luiz up for. So it's always very important to go and check your players' prices. Definitely go and check position and how much they go for, formation, how much they go for, because it really does make a massive difference. And I've been trading for a long time, at least a whole year on FIFA 12, probably a bit before that as well, and all of this year as well. And I still occasionally make mistakes. So it's always good to go back and get a bit of a refresher on how to list up players. So guys, I hope you found this episode enjoyable and useful. Please drop it a like, and I will see you all next time.